Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Lauren Sizzle, and you are now tuned in to one of the hottest talk shows in the nation. We Talk Weekly's After the Talk.
I'm Classy Lady Sparkle. You want to binge listen to our shows? Follow the We Talk Weekly's podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Spreaker.
What up, folks? This your boy Charles Gregory. Make sure to follow us on all our socials at We Talk Weekly.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lily. So make sure you keep it locked to We Talk Weekly on 106.5 FM.
Today we have PJ Cowan of Atlanta, Georgia, who wears many important hats, from an Army veteran, divorced parent, fitness trainer, fitness competitor, chef, and now a podcast host. PJ Cowan does it all. PJ is not just an ordinary man. He's an open and honest and ready to speak on all those hard topics that people are scared to speak about. You will hear about his life in the Army and what it's like to be a divorced dad and being a child's first teacher. Let's dig deep into this conversation by giving a warm We Talk Weekly welcome to Mr. PJ Cowan.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for having me on.
Absolutely. The one thing that stood out for me was hearing that you do not shy away from those uncomfortable conversations.
Oh no. I mean, real is real, and at the end of the day, we got to have the conversations. It's those real and open and honest and raw conversations that people are running from.
Yeah.
Is why the state of what our world is in, where we're in right now, because people want to live off false narratives and not live in the truth and the real and the raw and deal with it.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to get to that because I think there's a lot of interesting conversations that need to be had that
Yes, sir.
that's empowered by fake news or empowered by
Yeah.
feelings and not necessarily factual information.
Them damn emotions, man.
Yeah, for sure. The emotions. But I want to start with, I like the idea that you said, you as a father, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
being a child's first teacher, which I 100% agree with. Let's talk about that journey up until one of the hardest journeys that I think anybody endures is, having a divorce or breaking up with a long-term relationship and splitting up a family. Let's
Oh
let's
yeah.
start let's start there and then talk about your journey.
Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do it, man. I mean, it is, man. I have a son and a daughter, and the teaching first mentality from me being a parent. I don't look at the school system to educate my kids on what they need to be educated on. That should start with the parent. You're their first line resource. They see you every day. Your actions, your words, everything has power into your child's life, and you need to be that teacher. And me even being a father and a coach and being in the school system, sitting in my kids' classes and stuff, like, yeah, no, we got to do better. It's a lot of parents that send their kids to school thinking it's like, a daycare and stuff like that. And that's not what it is. It should start with the parents. And if you're not down to do it, you shouldn't be making no damn kids.
That's
Just
one of
saying.
the conversations we need to be having right there.
You need to wrap it up.
Yes.
Or tie it up or cut it off, do something. But damn it, stop having kids if you don't want to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? Don't make babies if you're not about that life of being responsible and being down for them. And then it transitions into the divorce. Like, I mean, shit's gonna happen. Divorces are nasty, okay? But you gotta bottle your damn emotions as parents, and you gotta put your kids first, because a lot of these adults are suffering with a lot of this trauma. They get that trauma from the kids when they were kids and the crap they went through during their parents' divorce and their parents not protecting them because they're too into their emotions, or one of them is too into their emotions and wants to hurt the other parent. And so they're like, we'll hurt the kids just to hurt you. And that ain't cool at all.
So whatever happened to that phrase? I know we still say it, and some people, it does still kind of apply for some families and some people. But whatever happened to that phrase? It takes a village, because it just seems
What
like
happened? Yes.
it just doesn't
Yes.
apply like it did 20, 30 years ago when,
Listen, man.
your village was strong. You had, your whole family, and you had a community like the block that you grew up on. You had,
Yeah.
everybody was looking out for you. It's like
What
it's
what
not
what
like
what
that anymore.
happened is it's the narrative. I mean, let's be for real. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm sitting here. I'm about to be 42 in 2 weeks. Like when I was like my son's age, you got to catch me outside. Like the street light come on, that's when I'm coming home. You know what I'm saying? I got my chores done. I'm drinking water from the water hose. Like I'm outside playing. Now, no, the narrative and everything has changed. Kids are so sucked in on technology. Parents are pulling 2 to 3 jobs. You know what I mean? So here it is. We want to give you like they put their kids in front of a TV or a pad in order to babysit them, and instead of it being this thing of that village, you know what I mean? And then this the thing of communication. Like we don't communicate like we used to. Like I mean, you go in your neighborhood. How many people? Let's be honest. Sit there. They know their neighbors. They go out and talk. They communicate. They say hi. Okay. But you can find a lot of people sitting behind their damn pads, giving a like or giving a damn comment on a picture, right?
That is so true. So how do you think, we can get back to that culture of, especially when you have now is it's so many different like laws and things set in place that where you can't, of course physically discipline your children, and
There's laws
now
against that. You
neighbors.
can't whip your kids. I'm sorry. It's laws against that now.
Well, I mean,
Man,
like it's
I
not
tell
like it
folks,
used.
oh,
It's
it ain't.
definitely
Remember?
not like it
Oh,
used to be.
it's definitely not. I mean, I remember elementary school. You get paddled. I'm an
From the
army
Yes.
brat.
teacher.
Yeah, from the teacher.
Yes.
Like now, man, teacher go to jail for that. I mean, hell, now you
Absolutely.
got kids beating, knocking out teachers, but
Yeah.
ain't nothing happening to them kids, you know? And so how we get back to that, man, we got to set some different laws in play. Like, I mean, me as a parent, and I feel like it's a thing of I shouldn't even have to battle, but I do battle it, and I know a lot of other parents battle it too. I don't believe in my kids having social media. I don't believe kids should have social media until they damn 17 or 18 years
Yeah,
old.
no, for
But then
sure.
here it is. I'm just one parent. The kids have two sides. Okay. Whereas, the mom would throw electronic in their hand and put them on their pad. And, here it is. So for me to try to be a parent, I got to go sit here and take it all to court. Why I got to go to court to do all that? Why I got to keep dumping money out of my pocket that I could be dumping into my kids' education or something fun for me and my kids when it should be law that, hey, here it is, I'm a parent. My say so. My children, I don't want them on social media.
Yeah.
It's the devil, it's a weapon. Ain't nothing good on there for them.
Yeah.
It
You
sounds
know?
like, and it sounds like you're not saying it's technology you're against. It's the social media bringing in certain things to your
Yeah.
children that you didn't introduce. But I also wanted to ask you. You seem like a very disciplined man, and you were in the
Mhm.
army. Did that
Yes,
have any
ma'am.
bearing on on who you are today?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, the army changed my life, because I was a kid, like when I was in high school, 11th grade, that's when my parents started going through their divorce. And so I'm a product of a divorce. I'm going through a divorce and seeing what it does and the impact it has. And I was a junior when I was going through that. And the military, it changed my life because it did give me discipline. It put me in situations that I had never thought I would be in or even think I could do. And it changed my life for the better. And I still use a lot of those principles to this day.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that, right? Because I know your show. Shout out, kudos to your show and your podcast. I believe
Thank
it's
you.
the raw and real vet talk, right? Is that it?
Yeah,
It,
yeah, raw and real, baby.
my God, appreciate. First of all, before I go into that actual podcast and the work that you're doing in there, one of the
Mhm.
things as content creators and people within this context of creating content like this podcast and visual podcast, I say that we all we have, right?
Oh, yeah.
Um, And I think we have to collaborate a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to just you creating and developing that content, how do you feel as it relates to what's going on today, as seeing other podcasts, and what separates you from that, what separates you from that, and why do you feel that your show is was necessary for you to create,
Oh man, I love that question, and it all goes back to how y'all started.
What happened,
Oh
brother?
no. Did we lose him?
We lost him. That's all right.
He was just about
He's
to
about to
get
start
into
trying.
it. Yeah.
I know,
It all
right?
goes back to
I
and
know.
then
All goes back to.
blank.
So as we wait for him to come on,
Yeah, he's probably gonna jump back
yeah, he'll
in.
jump right back on. One of the things I always believe that as content creators, we gotta support and endorse and promote each other. That's the only way that this is going to happen. My guy just jumped on, and we're gonna
Uh-oh.
bring him right
Can,
back on. There you go.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm sorry I lost y'all.
Oh,
Hey,
that's all right.
y'all gotta forgive me. I'm sitting here, so I know I'm a man of many hats. Okay,
Right.
so I'm sitting here at the Atlanta Hawks game,
Oh, shout out to Atlanta Hawks.
and they're in there playing Boston, and they're getting their ass kicked right now. But as far as the crowd getting hype, that knocked it out.
Yeah,
But
for sure, for sure.
man, to go back to your question, with how y'all started it, man, I'm a man of many hats. So I always, with everything that I've done in my life, I feel like, I've walked the walk, so I can go ahead and I can talk the talk. So with my podcast, everything that I'm talking about when it comes to the raw and the real of it, been there, done it, experienced it, and like I just want to talk about it and get the facts out there and help others who might be going through something that I've been through,
Right.
and just give them the real and the raw. I mean, from the family court system, being a father, from a
Yeah.
vet serving this country, to being a civilian now in this country, that I'm wondering sometimes why the hell did I serve?
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? And so that's the real and raw of it, man. I just I've been through it all, so those that have been through it can talk about it.
Yeah.
I hate seeing all these false narratives and these people who talk about stuff. It's like
No.
how some congressman or someone gonna tell me something about war and
Right.
you ain't even been overseas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
How is some man gonna tell me something about being a dad and you ain't got no damn kid,
Right. Right.
or you ain't taking care of your damn kid? You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I'm just saying.
No, for sure. No, for sure. I mean, you make so much sense, and I want to jump into one of those uncomfortable conversations. One of the,
Uh-huh.
I guess, hot button topics right now is this whole red pill, green pill, right? This whole manosphere conversation, and I know that you're
Mhm.
aware of it. But before we touch that, I just kind of want to put this in context, in that. There has been a lot of conversation based around, the idea that men are dogs, men are no good, men are. hold up.
I'm zipping it. I'm listening. I'm sorry,
I
my
just
facial reaction.
I'm just putting it in context to say, right, I think because of that whole, men are scrubs, that whole generation of pushing men to the side, right? You have, people who grown up in that are now pushing back, so to speak. And I think
Yeah.
that's where you're starting to see a lot more content creators pushing back on a narrative of, let's get this together. Let's push back and say that, that it's not just us, that it's not just men, right? Now, now,
No.
now,
No, man,
now,
humans, yo.
exactly. So all of that, right? Now that you have the context, what's your position on that uncomfortable conversation to say, what can we all do to fix what the issues are? It's not necessarily one side, this side, and that side. How can we fix, the issues that both of us have, or
Yeah.
the couples
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, man, listen, it all starts with one thing: communication.
Yeah.
Like, folks gotta stop being scared to damn communicate. It ain't got nothing to do with the men, it ain't got to do with women. I tell people humans,
Right.
okay? Humans in general. Everybody has emotions. I do think women have a little bit more emotions than men.
Men do. Men do. No, men have the more emotions.
Men do have that time of the month too. Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
but it all comes to communication, man, and it has to be. It all starts with you. Like
Yeah.
I can't expect you to manage my emotions. You know what I mean, and my feelings. Like I got to deal with that. You know what I mean,
Right.
and same thing with you. You got to deal with your stuff. And so whatever it is, like how do you need help? What do you need? I can't tell you what you need. You know what you need, and you got to get that help, and vice versa. Like with me, I know what I need, and it's
Right.
up to me to do it. You know what I mean? And so for me, uh, people that sit here and try to play that card, especially when we talk about men are dogs,
Yeah.
no, like man, no, and that's a narrative that has to stop. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because you got a lot of good men out here that have turned either bad or just wave the white flag because of the false accusations, the false narratives and stuff that are thrown on them. You know what I mean? Like yeah, you got a lot of good men out here, but then just a lot of bad damn humans.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
just a
That's
lot.
true.
Yeah, just a lot of bad humans. But man, the narrative has to stop, and it just needs to be this thing of like people start taking care of their own responsibility and start loving more and communicating more, man. And get the hell off of social media because everything you see out there isn't reality,
True.
and so you're trying to live these false realities that ain't doing nothing but hurting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had Sizzle covered a story. Yeah, was it Sizzle covered a story, and she spoke about a young lady who was in. I think she has her own show, her podcast, or was trying to
Hmm.
explain the reason why a certain comment was made to Michael B. Jordan, right? And
Hmm.
so the conversation of women calling men corny
I
and
remember
putting
you.
yeah.
L'Oreal. I'm down here at ATL, man. That's L'Oreal. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so what was when you heard that and you're down there, right? What's your position on that? And what's your, you know, there's pushback with saying that, some people saying that Michael B. Jordan handled it wrong. I actually felt like he was pretty cool with the way he handled it because some guys wouldn't have been so political,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you understanding, what that whole conversation, right? And you're down there
Yeah.
with her. What's your
And I saw
position
it.
on that? Yeah.
Man, I saw it. I mean, again, it's these false damn narratives. I mean, dude, you look at the interview. He was cool, calm, and collected
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That moment of what everybody's talking about lasted a few seconds, right?
Yeah.
After that, she still did an interview with him. He was still respectful,
Yeah.
still talked with her about what's going on, the movie, all that type stuff. So I'm just lost on, again, it's like, people try to find these drama, man. They try
Yeah.
to like it's like people get worked up off of the bullshit. You know what I mean? And I don't get it because it really wasn't that bad. Michael, like he didn't say anything bad. Okay, yeah, he heard someone said she called her corny.
Yeah.
He called her out on it and kept the damn interview going.
Yeah.
I didn't like her response though. I didn't like at the end where she was like, "Oh, you're not corny anymore." I think that
See,
was
yeah, see, and then look at that, right? Why isn't he corny anymore? Because he got money, because he's doing all these movies and all this stuff.
Hmm.
But Michael B's wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, and just like that, I love how you just called that out. You're not corny anymore. But I thought you just sat here and said at the beginning of the interview
That you
that you
didn't.
didn't call me corny.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
About that. How about
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Which one is it? So did you say it or did you not?
E- exactly. And I just want to backtrack a little bit.
He's in a bad area.
Yeah.
So he'll probably jump back on, but we won't keep him too much longer because it looks like he's trying to enjoy his game anyway. Atlanta and
Yeah,
Boston.
that's true.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll give him a couple minutes to jump back on. There we go. Let's bring him right back on. There we go.
Man, the Boston fans in here getting too turned up, man. Keep turning my dang
Yeah, we,
signal
we don't
out.
want to we don't want to keep you too much longer. We
They
we
gotta they
want you
gotta
to be
calm
able
down in here.
we want you to be able to enjoy the game. But I just wanted to ask if you could talk a little bit about um, there's I guess the stigma in the black community that if you get therapy Because let's just be honest. A lot of us suffer from some type of PTSD
Oh
from
yeah. Oh
things
yeah.
that happen in the Black community. Can you
Yep.
talk a little bit about like getting therapy or some mental health, support for those things? Because in the
Oh
Black
yeah.
community, we think something's wrong with us if we get therapy,
So so I'm
especially
gonna
men.
say so I'm gonna say this because I am a veteran. I'm a black veteran, and I suffer from PTSD. Okay, I think I suffer from PTSD worse from my divorce than war. But
Facts.
I mean, with that and with saying those facts, uh, you can't be scared to get help. Uh, I will say, back in the day, especially when I first got out of the military, I was one of those people because you got to understand, like my job in the MOS, like I'm trained to go over here and take people out, right? I'm trained to be the hardest of the hardest. I'm trained to like, hey, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go, right? So it is what it is. You suck it up, drive on, drink water. And so coming back to the States and you trying to turn me into a civilian, like that doesn't click. That doesn't click, right? So you want to defocus. So now that's a weakness. So you telling me I need help, you know what I'm saying? It's a weakness, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? And it just needs to be a thing of reprogramming, especially even in the black community. Like, I don't believe in any of this. Like, yes, we back in the days, slaves and all that. I live to the day to here and now. I think I lost
No,
y'all.
you good. We good.
Okay, there y'all go. I live in the here and now. Okay, uh, you gotta put the work in for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't let stuff hold you back. You can't let your pride weigh you down. Man, if you know you need help, go get help. And you ain't no punk. You ain't corny. You know what I'm saying? You're not being weak by doing all that. You're not. You're actually being strong. Okay, and you're being strong for yourself first and foremost because those same people who gonna talk shit about you, you know what I mean? They ain't the ones that gonna sit there and help you. So why does it matter what they say or what they think?
Right.
What should matter is what are you doing for yourself on how you feel, okay, and how you're gonna get better. And if that's gonna be talking to somebody, go talk to somebody. But my big thing, what I do push against is medication.
Mm.
Like, don't let them go in there and stuff you up with all them damn pills. Go talk to somebody, or go get that weight therapy, man. Health is wealth. You know what I mean? Work out, eat right. You got to take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're already doing yourself injustice.
100%,
Drop the
100%,
mic.
100%. Yeah, I no, you know what? Because I 100% agree with you. And before we let you go, I just want to say, thanks for your service. Thank you for your service. And I
Man, thank
agree.
you.
You're as soon as someone gets in the military, they're trained to be an assassin. They're trained to be a killer, right? And then you take that and put them back in the street and wonder why they don't have a filter as it relates to trouble or drama that they may get in. They don't know how to pause a
No,
little
yeah.
bit, because they're trained
No,
so that's
no,
where I
no.
believe the real fight comes. Because my,
Yep,
my
it
dad was
is.
my dad was in Vietnam, right? And so
Yeah,
thank you for your service. I appreciate that.
I
And I
appreciate it.
appreciate that you're fighting for the vets and talking to the vets, as it relates to
Oh, yeah.
some of the challenges that they have and some of the things that's going on in politics right now, in the government.
Man, man, listen. I feel like I said, man of many hats, man. I feel like what I
Yeah.
mean. I'm bringing this podcast because I'm fighting for vets. I'm fighting for dads. I'm fighting for our next generation, our
Yeah.
kids, more than anything. Because like like us and what we doing, like man, we've grown. But our kids are being attacked hard
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
by the
For sure.
system, by social media, by so many things, you know, and there's just not a lot of parents, especially men. I can say because I'm a man,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. For sure.
Men being fathers, men stepping up, being role models, men stepping up and saying enough is a damn enough. And, we got to save these damn kids.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Is it anything that you would like to say for someone who may be listening to you and may uh, have be stuck in a position where they don't know how to move in terms of even how to define themselves as a man,
Hmm.
and may
Hmm.
have experienced some trauma. What would you say to that young man growing up?
I was going. I was gonna be PJ mode and say something funny, but I'm gonna bite my tongue on that one. But I will say to these young men, hey, well, no, I am gonna say it. Listen, okay. Uh, I don't know if you remember the movie Kindergarten Cop, Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
yeah.
Hey, listen, men were born with wee-wees, okay? Girls were born with vaginas. You're a man, all right? Don't let anybody take that away from you, okay? You gotta take it day by day, okay? You gotta get you a strong support system of men, okay? And there are a lot out there. I mean, you got different programs, you got different things that, if you're someone, a young man that you're looking for help, you have different organizations and different nonprofit deals in your area that you can get help or mentorship. Find you a mentor. Okay. If you don't have a father in your life, man, there are plenty of organizations out here that will mentor. Heck, you can even hit me up. Go look me up on Instagram. Shoot me a message at Shoulder Fit Life. If you just need to talk, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. I ain't got to say nothing. I'll let you unload and say what you got to say, young man. And if you need me, I'm there. But closed mouths don't get fed. And you got to speak up. You got to say what you want. And you can't be scared of it.
Fantastic, my friend. Thank you for that. And I'm sure someone would take a look at that and say, thank you. And it may be some people that will find that as a little challenging for them, because I mean, you do have a group who's feeling marginalized right now, that feels that they should be considered men also. And so
Man, listen.
another
Yeah, that's a no
conversation
go.
that which is another conversation that we can have. Because
Dude, y'all
you
bring me back on. I'll spit the real and raw. It's a no go. There's
no
man
doubt.
and woman, and that's it, yo.
Got you.
Like, yeah, I got a son and I got a daughter. And
For
my
sure.
son, my son is my son.
Yeah,
And my
no
son
doubt.
coming home from school, yes, he come home like, yo, dad, like it's my boy, and you're a boy.
100%, 100%. I got you,
Oh,
my
we
brother.
gotta bring him back.
Yeah, we definitely gotta bring you back, because that's gonna
Let's
be one of those
go.
those conversations that
Yes.
that we're gonna have to have, because it's a lot that's one of the
Uh,
hot button topics of the U.S. right now, in pop culture,
uh,
and
Again, you
everywhere.
and you
That's
just
one of the
said it right.
conversations.
It's a hot button topic in U.S. I've been all
Yeah.
over the world. The Middle East, this isn't happening. China, this isn't happening. Australia, this isn't happening. It is
Okay.
a U.S. topic.
Okay.
Woo, yeah, y'all,
Got you.
man,
Got
we'll come back to that.
All right, no doubt. So we got to bring you back on the show, my brother. Oh, see, that's somebody there. Like, nope, you get off the show. You don't even belong on there. So they heard it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. PJ in the building came to have a conversation, and has some strong views. Has his.
Is that right? Is it
I
You had
swear, I
somebody up
swear,
top.
I swear, these
there?
Boston fans are over here messing with y'all. They're like, cut them
Oh
out.
no.
Yep. That's exactly what they
No doubt,
did.
yeah. They was like, we don't like what he talking about. So look,
He gone.
so look, tell people before you get cut off again. Somebody from the top punch a button. George Bush the button on you, right?
They're
Why don't
over
you
here
tell
Biden
everybody how
on
they
it.
can get in contact with you and all that good old stuff?
Man, y'all check it out, man. Hey, look at me, follow me, Raw and Real Vet Talk Instagram. Also hit me up on Cowan PJ _ Instagram. And if also you need some training, go to Soldier Fit Lifestyle, okay, on Instagram. Man, y'all get with me, hit me up, show me love. I appreciate you all for having me on. Y'all got to bring me back on for that topic to talk here and talk about. Like,
Absolutely.
yo, y'all got me goosebumps, nipple hard, everything. I'm ready for it, yo. Y'all let me know.
We gonna bring you on, my brother. We got you. We gonna talk about
Man,
it, because
let's go.
I think that's the only way that we can make movement, is if we had
Oh,
that
yeah.
uncomfortable conversation. So for
Real
sure.
and raw,
No
period.
doubt, no doubt. My God, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, you already know we got the sizzle. Nice having you on, my brother.
Peace.
Hey, thank y'all.
Peace.
Hey, but the sad part is, I need y'all. Uh oh, they did come back. but we still losing. I thought y'all gonna have us winning.
Hold on, we from Philly, so you know I got.
Oh, so y'all were a part of this.
My God, look, it was a pleasure. We gotta make sure that we connect again, man. It's always love. You a content creator, so you got a network over here, my brother in Philly. Anytime you want to join, we got you.
I appreciate it, fam, man.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Hey.